Stampers, Deb Valder here, your Fun Stampers Journey Coach, and today I'm going to show you a card using our film frame die. That's a little mouthful right there, but it is a really neat little die set that looks like a film strip, a little square from a film strip. I love this one. This one happens to be our rectangle one, and I'm also going to highlight this beautiful stamp set called Bird Melody. All right, so it is a fast, fun card. I do mass produce these. I love, love, love them. I'm also going to be using our PanPastels along with our daubers and some dark roast ink because I'm going to be doing this card right here. So let me just move these out of the way for the time being, and I want to show you some other dies that we have that go along with that film, the film frame die right here. So that's the one we're going to be using today. But in that same series of dies, we have the film capture. We also have the square film die, the circle film die, and we also have the heart film die. These are all found not in the die section of the catalog, and that's what I really want to point out, is that they're not in the die section of the catalog. They are in the front of the catalog. So when you go to the front of the catalog, you're going to see a collection called Project Me, and inside that collection you're going to see that we have several dies, and there's the heart, there's the circle. If you go 2 pages, you're going to find the film capture die, and if you just go one more page beyond that, you're going to find the film frame and the square. Now that's the one we're using today, and that's on page 33. You're going to see that you need to go through every single page of this book because you don't want to miss a blessed thing. These are just absolutely gorgeous dies. I want you to get a few of them and try them. They're so much fun. They come out of the your Amaze machine beautifully. They just cut so well, so nicely. All right, so this is the card that we're going to do today. Again, we're going to be using the Bird Melody. I love this stamp set because it also has a bundle with it. I captured everything inside my little storage pouch, and that means when I take everything out, everything's going to be there. My die, my stamp set, and all of the extras that I punched out already ready to go. Because I'm not kidding you when I say I mass produce these. These are all the cards that I have ready to go and all of the pieces that I've already cut out. Remember, there's a die, so all I have to do is color these and then just put some Journey foam squares on the back of them, and I'm ready to go. So I'm going to be using this stamp set right now. Let me just grab a few of my basic things. So let's start with the background. The background is just an 11 by 4¼ sheet of paper scored at 5½. I'm going to bring in both of my PanPastels to make this sun in the background. So I'll take my small dauber and I'm just going to bring in some of the lighter. This is this right here is the banana cream, and I'm just going to take it, I'm going to make a couple of swirls, leaving a little bit of white in there. Now this is the one that's going to just kind of fade out as you do it. All right, love these PanPastels. All right, so this one right here is our summer days, and you can see that I do store my my little pads on the bottom of that. Now I'm going to grab this and I'm just going to take and just put a little bit of this in the middle, but I'm just going to do some swirls so it makes it look like there's actually sun. I'll go back in with my smaller dauber and just kind of blend these just a little bit around the outside, just to make it look like there is a sun. All right, so that's what I was trying to capture in the background here. All right, very simple, very fun, and very, very, very fast. All right, so now the next thing I need to do is to cut out my frame. Now let me just explain a little bit about the frames. I've already done one ahead of time and put on my Journey foam squares, but what I want to do is I want to explain a little bit about the frames. So let me grab the actual frame itself, and what I'm going to do is just show you all the pieces. Okay, so it has 2 pieces that go along with it. It's got the inside frame and it's got the outside frame, which actually has the little film strips on there. Now you can take and you can put this onto your cardstock and cut this out without the inside piece. And when you do that, you're going to come up with this right here, and you can use this as your canvas now. You can start decorating this, you can start putting things on here. This is the film strip without cutting out this middle piece right here. Now, if we wanted to take that one step farther, or for a different look, and to get this piece right here, you're going to take and you're going to pretend that hasn't been cut out yet. You're going to take and you're going to put your film strip onto your scrap paper. You're going to take this and you're going to line it up nice and even on the inside. You're going to run it through your Amaze machine, and then when you come out, you have the frame, and you have just saved yourself a piece of paper. And this little piece of paper can be used for this card right here, which is what I did. So as many cards as I made here, I made this one right here, and that is my little piece that actually goes on to my cardstock. So I use this as a layer. You can also use it as scrap paper, but it's such a beautifully cut out piece. I would definitely plan a card around this little square right here. So it not only saved you paper, it also gave you a very different look than this one right here. All right, so there's the two different looks because you have two dies. The beauty of Fun Stampers Journey dies, they have those extra pieces that go along with this, so you can cut that out. This one also coordinates very nicely with our rectangles die, so if you get this one, you really do need the coordinating rectangles die to go along with that. All right, so now we have, let's just bring back in our pieces. Right now we have this right here, that's our, that is a scrap piece of paper. We're going to bring in our background, which is actually our base card. You know, I don't normally do that, but on my base card, I literally did my, my sponging, and now I'm going to take and use my Journey Foam squares, which I cut in half just a little bit, and I used the little ones and I cut them again. I'm going to show you in just a minute. But what I'm doing is just taking off these little pieces right here, and we're going to lay that onto. I always like to put one here in the middle so that it doesn't kind of sink in. All right, so you can put one or two right here on the long side because you don't want it to sink in. All right, let's make sure we got them all off. We're going to frame our piece right now. And beautiful. All right, so what I did with my dark roast is I stamped that onto scrap paper. I added some, so I had these right here. I stamped them onto scrap paper, and then I added some clear embossing powder to them, and I embossed them. Then I went ahead and cut these out with the coordinating dies. These do have coordinating dies to go along with them, so I cut them out of the coordinating dies. All right, so without having to show you how I stamped those, because I know you all know how to stamp, I'm going to show you how I colored them. So I'm going to just grab a blank clear block. Okay, these are one of my old blocks. So let's bring in our blending brushes, and I'm going to bring in some ink. Let me see, we've got our banana cream, okay, and that one I'm going to bring in. Make sure you shake them up because of the pigment ink and the dye ink need to be mixed together. So I'm going to bring in a little bit of that. I'm going to bring in a little bit of Tangerine Fusion to offset that, just a tad bit. And then I will bring in my, let's see what else I got. I got banana cream. I've got, how about some, let's see, pumpkin bread. Okay, so those are my colors for that. And then I need some colors for the little branch. Now, like I said, when I get my colors out, I do try to do as many cards as I can, because this ink right here will go a very, very long way. So I just brought in some cocoa powder, and this is my oatmeal cookie. All right, and that is for the branch. And that is way more than I need. I think I will use a medium brush on this one. And the other thing I need to bring in is my Fusion blender, and that is to help blend my colors together. Now remember, our inks are not water soluble, so you do need this Fusion blender right here to mix our colors and make them blend a little bit better. So these are the two pieces that I'm going to color. I'm going to start off with my Fusion blender and my banana cream here, and I'm just going to kind of give it a little bit of a base coat. All right, so I'm just going to kind of rub this around here and there, okay? There. All right, so there are my two pieces that I just colored. Oops, let's clean off our brush so that we can put it away. I just literally roll it around in there, keep some of this Fusion blender on there to keep it nice and smooth and really to a point. These are very old brushes because I've had them ever since I started, and they are just as good now as they were then. And like I said, I condition them by just leaving on some of the Fusion blender so that the next time I come, the color is all off and it's just as soft as it can be. All right, so there's our little pieces right there. And now all we have to do is add them to our card. That's how fast and simple this little card is right here. So let me just grab some of my Journey Foam squares. I'll put a big one on the back of this little guy right here. I'll add a small one. That's the beauty of having more than one size here. All right, I'm going to add a small one there and a small one on his tail. And then we can do one, no, I'm going to do all small ones on these. One there, one there. I love the size of these. And when you need to, you can take and cut them a little bit smaller than what you need. I know one will fit over here, one of the small ones, but I want it to be extra hidden. All right, so there's that right there. Let me put one more right over here. And instead of cutting them each and every single time, what I do is I take a sheet of them and I just cut them all the way up until I get to the very end, and I don't cut that off. But now I can just grab them when I'm grabbing my little ones right here. Just another tip from Deb Valder. All right, so now let's take off all of these little guys right here. And we'll add our little... And you can add this anywhere that you want. I'm just going to add it right down here at the bottom. And then our little bird. This is the bigger of the two birds. I'm going to show you the little one in just a minute on the first card that I did. Okay. And let's add him right onto the branch. Okay, just like that. And he really does grasp the branch. And then I'm going to leave this blank because I'm going to put it into my card box and use it where I need to. So I can add any sentiment that I want to this. It's a great card for just about anything. It's just got some really cute features to it. Now this is the little small bird right here. All right, so here's the larger one, here's the smaller one. It's a great little stamp set. If you don't have it, you might want to think about getting it. It's got quite a few beautiful sayings in it. Very, very elegant writing, my style. And it's got some cute little songbirds or little notes here so that when you put on here birthday melody, they can be coming out of the bird. Just a really cute stamp set. So I hope you enjoyed my post for today. If you have any questions, you let me know. You know how to get a hold of me. Take care and thank you for stopping by.